My name's Nikki Ross and I'm the principal of New College Worcester. New College Worcester is a non-maintained special school for children who have two things in common. The first thing is that they're all visually impaired. The second is that they're all able to learn. So the young people who come here follow the national curriculum predominantly at Key Stage 3, as well as GSCEs and A-levels as they move up through the school.
My old school, it was very much I had a TA in every single lesson. I wasn't really given freedom. It very much limited my interactions with the other students. Whereas in New College, it's smaller class sizes, which means I get the input that I need on a one-to-one basis.
Because the teachers are qualified teachers of the visually impaired, they are absolute experts in getting the very, very best from young people. So all of the work is provided in a medium which the children are able to access easily. They're not prevented from taking part in any element of the school curriculum.
Independent living skills is part of the additional curriculum. Every student has access to a specialist teacher and a programme that is bespoke to them, but also based on what their peers in mainstream education are learning as well. The students are supported in a way that enables them to take a risk and make a mistake within a controlled environment, but it also enables them to develop the resilience and confidence to actually try these tasks in a different environment, such as at home or within the house. What we try and do is we teach it in a way that they would be used to, so having a main lesson outcome. To get to that lesson outcome, we would work through a series of steps and we would be focusing on skills rather than the actual what the product looks like at the end of it.
Hopefully by the time the student leaves here, they're doing more menu planning and cooking right from scratch, buying their own ingredients, and then really just working out on their own independence. So when they leave here, they can go on to university or further education, or living in their own homes, doing everyday living skills. And it's sort of from a parent's point of view, have a look, see what your young person has able to do now. So it's really rewarding,
We get a lot of young people here because things haven't worked out as well for them in mainstream as it should. And I think our role as a college is to fix that, to provide the support they need, and IT is such a huge part of it, because if you go away from school at 16 or 18 and you haven't got your IT skills, you're crippled in today's world. And I really am grateful when I see students off at university or off at work knowing that the IT skills they've got are things that I've helped in some small way to give them.
So science is delivered to all year groups from year 7 all the way through to year 13. When the students arrive from mainstream schools, they don't generally get involved in the practical. They might be stirring or recording results. They might also have an adult with them. So what we try and do here is we do different things. So we might modify equipment. So we change apparatus. For example, we put Braille labels on, or we put large print labels on. But we also do other things, like we replace tasks with a similar task. So we've got the same outcome, but we're doing it in a different way to suit the students here.
PE at New College, the focus for us is fitness for life, enabling the students with the skills, the confidence and the experience. Teenagers have a natural inclination to do as little as possible. So it's really good here that we've got the swimming pool and we've got the fit for purpose multi-gym. So they'll have one PE lesson a week and one swimming lesson a week. In the PE lesson, they follow the national curriculum, so they do gymnastics, dance, anything and everything a mainstream student would do. With some of the activities, there's no adaptation needed. Trampolining, athletics, there's no adaptation needed there. It's only when it comes to the game skills that primarily is the area that needs adapting. So we don't do badminton or volleyball, but we would do goalball, bocce, line cricket, athletics, things like that.
For students who need to develop their Braille or learn Braille from the beginning, they would have at least one lesson every single week with an expert Braille teacher.
It's normally taught one-to-one, so while lessons are tailor-made, we are following a basic structure as well.
When I'm shopping, there's often a lot of Braille on, say, shampoo bottles, and then if I have a better knowledge of Braille, I could read what's on the bottle without having to get assistance to read what's on the label, and it helps me read sort of Braille signs on doors, so I know where they go.
You know, there are instances, as Freya said, even if you just want it so that you can have that bit more independence, you're much more likely to be able to get through your degree or get employment if you're able to read and write, but particularly read Braille.
For some of our students, being at NCW is the first time they feel truly included in their school and their social life. Not only are they able to learn every day in lessons, but they have a peer group, a real one, for the very first time. And for many of our young people, they develop friendships which are lifelong friendships that perhaps for some they've not been able to enjoy before being at NCW.
I have lots of friends, a very, very good friendship group actually. We're all so close, it's amazing, we're like sisters really.
I think that we all can support each other through thick and thin, and I think like New College has helped us to thrive as young people and to kind of come together, and I think that we'll carry on our friendships when we leave.
It's a really difficult decision for parents to make to send their young people away from home. However, the benefits of being a residential student at NCW are absolutely wonderful, because what it means is, although the students are taught the skills of independent living, for example, during the college day in their lessons, on an evening and on a weekend, the care staff are able to support them to practice these skills, ensuring that they're really embedded for the young people.
The houses are quite laid back and relaxed.
You have dinners together and breakfasts together. It's very sociable.
At first I found it hard because of living in a different environment, around different people, but you quickly get on with it and you learn how to adapt, and it's like you've got a bigger family.
We put on a range of activities, and that could be from cooking to quizzes to parties to film nights, crafts, anything that we can think of that they might enjoy doing. The weekend there's a whole range of activities put on by the activities department, and that can range from anything from a short walk over to the countryside centre to windsurfing, climbing, tandem riding, and then more fun things like bowling, swimming, ice skating, you know, all the things that are just on offer generally for any young person.
The activities programme is essential in developing confidence amongst our young people. So taking part in activities both on the school campus and in the community, all of that helps them to develop their own self-esteem and to make contact with people in the wider community of NCW.
In my old school I couldn't really do things like tandem riding and goal ball, but here I can do more sporty things.
I love the singing that's available here, so choir and the kind of music department and musical aspect to the school is really, really good and strong.
In future I want to get a good grade on my GSCEs and then hopefully get into a very good university.
I'm currently looking at a university in Scotland actually, which is something I never would have dreamed of doing before I came here.
I'm hoping to go to university and study a degree in English literature.
We're here to help you reach your goal. We're here to reach what you want to do in the future, and whatever we can do to support to get there, that's the most important thing.
Every day a young person does something which they didn't know that they could do, has success in an area which they didn't realise was possible. It's an absolute joy to be at NCW.
This is definitely a good place to be. It builds your confidence level and your independence level, so I'm definitely happy here.
Everyone's just so independent, you wouldn't believe that they've got difficulties compared to anyone else.
I think my confidence has flourished, and I'll now willingly go out on my own with my cane.
We work along the basis that there are no barriers to learning, there are no barriers to success, and seeing the joy and happiness amongst those young people when they realise actually yes they can makes being here very special.
I just think it's changed me for the better, and it's helped me to grow into a really independent young woman. I'm really, really happy to be here.